It was business as usual again for this year's DeSales University women's basketball program, a record 5th consecutive MAC Conference Championship. Their reward was an opening round tournament in the regional of the NCAA tournament held at Kelleher Hall on the campus of DeSales University. Won their opener and lost in a close ball game in round number 2. They ended the year at 27-2, the 27 wins matching a program history. Pleased to be welcome head coach Fred Richter, Grace Kelleher, and Abigail Rafferty. First of all, to all of you guys, congratulations, coach. 5th consecutive MAC, and they don't come easy, and that's the thing that I think people understand. You do a terrific job there.
Thank you. We have a target on our backs every year.
Yes, you do.
People want a piece of us, and our ladies respond very well.
Grace, you're a senior and obviously will be moving on. What were your thoughts on the season, finishing with just the 2 losses? Obviously would have liked to get one more win and keep moving on.
Yeah, I was really pleased with our season, how it went. Coming into the year, we had a lot of freshmen, foreign exchange student Abby, and everyone came in working really hard, and we accomplished a lot of the goals we wanted to complete.
You certainly did, and you mentioned Abigail Rafferty, who an exchange student who found her way to DeSales. It was certainly a blessing for the program. Abigail, did this experience for you, and I know you're still involved in it, as an exchange student, did it live up to your expectations?
Yeah, absolutely. It was such a welcoming team, so the transition was kind of easy to get into the team. But yeah, definitely one of the highlights of my basketball career so far.
What part of Ireland are you from?
Northern Ireland, so County Tyrone.
Okay. So this is a coincidence, I promise you, that our musical act is Fig for a Kiss, which is an acoustic Irish folk band, and we've got St. Patrick's Day coming up over the weekend, so it all ties in here. So this is a little bit of a serenade for you here on our show. Seth Belials and Addison Teal, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Tell us about Fig for a Kiss. Where does the name come from?
It's from a tune that we play, a tune we didn't write. It's an ancient Celtic tune that we just really liked, so we play it and we made it our band name.
St. Patrick's Day coming up. How busy a weekend do you guys have?
We're pretty busy. We're going to be playing at Sláinte, the Celtic festival over at Steel Stacks this weekend, so we're very excited to be returning there. It's our 2nd year playing that festival. Okay,
so I mentioned that Abigail being from Ireland, we were sitting in what we call our green room, and you were warming up to a tune. She said, I know that song. So well, you got to... Seth Belials and Addison Teal, part of the group that is known as Fig for a Kiss. Addison, Southern Lehigh grad, so you're familiar with DeSales.
Yes, DeSales was right down the street.
Yeah, you make a wrong turn, you'll be in one of their classes. Coach Richter, again, congratulations. Abigail coming in as an exchange student, and I know we only have a half-hour show here, but can you just tell us how all of this transpired and what your reaction was when you found that 6'2" was landing on your doorstep for the start of the season?
Well, we were truly blessed by a process that I was not part of.
So this isn't part of your recruiting?
No, it's not. We try to recruit local. However, we've been blessed
Ireland's
with Abby.
Not too local.
No, it's not. But she has fit in tremendously through a program from her neck of the woods, and she had a choice of places to come here, and she ended up selecting us. And we were told after the fact, and we did a little research this summer, watching her play for the under-20 national team, Ireland's under-20 national team on YouTube, and got a real good feel of her athleticism and what she could add to what we have, and she fit in very well. We have a pretty athletic group that can get up and down the court, and not many young ladies at our level have the athletic ability that she has. She's tough-minded. She wants to get it done. She has a lot of pride. She really worked hard to fit into what we do, and it's been a pleasure to coach her.
Wound up being the MAC postseason tournament most valuable player, averaged 19 points and 11 rebounds and 2 wins. Grace, you were one of the seniors on the team. What was the team's response knowing that she was going to join you ladies, and how did you go about making her feel comfortable within the program?
I mean, right away, we heard where Coach Richter told us we're getting foreign exchange student from Ireland, and automatically we were so excited. But I think we started off the court first, building a relationship, just as we do with everyone when they first come in, making everyone feel welcome. And Abby just fit right in, and it's it's amazing. She's been doing so well, and I'm just really excited to see where her basketball career lands.
Yeah, Abby, should I call you Abby or Abigail?
Whatever you prefer.
Whatever works. How was it for you coming in, and how did you temper expectations? I mean, obviously, those myths that come with a transfer, a lot of times they don't pan out. How did you deal with that?
I think the European style matches Coach Richter's program so well. From a young age, we're taught to develop a high IQ, spatial awareness on the court, and team defense, which Coach emphasizes on us a lot. So the transition, I think, was very easy. I think also that the team was so welcoming. It was inevitable that I was going to feel comfortable, even though at the start of the season I may not have, but it was going to happen. And I think during the last few games, I kind of shown that. Yeah.
And how did it turn out to be DeSales? What were your options there? And talk a little bit about the exchange program of which you're a part of.
Yeah, so the scholarship program, there was a list of 60 colleges, so I narrowed it down to 3, and then they selected me academically to fit me with one, and luckily enough, it was DeSales that was chosen for me.
Yeah, pretty awesome. How did they make you? They didn't make you feel homesick at all playing those teams.
It was nice hearing, yeah. I'm a bit homesick now, yeah.
Did you get homesick? Was it a tough transition for you?
A couple of times, especially after games when parents were there with the people on the team, and my parents obviously weren't there. But yet again, I was felt like a family member on some of the parents, so it was nice.
Yeah, all good stuff, Coach. Your season, as I mentioned, ended in the regional tournament of the NCAA tournament. You did get to celebrate a MAC conference championship on your home court. Talk about the environment that has become part of obviously your DNA and what you've been able to create there in over 3 decades as the head coach. Blair Hall is quite a home court advantage for you guys.
Absolutely. I think it starts with our students, especially our athletes, supporting athletes. We do have a tremendous men's following with lacrosse and baseball and the other teams as well, and as well as the women's sports. But they have become very vocal for our big games, no doubt about that. But I think what I'm proudest of is our adult population that gets out there and really enjoys our style of play, and more importantly, enjoys the young ladies, watching them work hard and do well and excel. And championships help, obviously. Our father, Jim Greenfield, makes most of our home games, our president. So it really is quite a place to play for us.
Certainly was. 42 in a row was the home record that was snapped in terms of a winning streak for these guys. That is a pretty major run, that's for sure. Grace Kelleher from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, political science major. Grace, did the experience and what you expected coming to DeSales live up to your expectations?
Exceeded my expectations 100%. This has been easily the best 4 years of my life, and obviously, winning championships is amazing, the past 4 championships here, but I think more than anything, meeting all of these people and just working hard every day has changed me as a person, and it's definitely going to help me in the future.
Where do you go from here?
Hopefully law school, so I've been accepted to a few law schools, and I'm weighing my decisions, but I'm just excited, and I know the lessons that I learned here will definitely help me in the future.
Coach, what goes through your mind when you hear best 4 years of my life?
Well, I can certainly relate, and I know you can too. College is a great experience. Winning certainly helps, but more than anything, I think Grace hit it on the nail on the head with relationships. The people you meet, the people you learn to work with, the people that you'll stay in touch with the rest of your life. I think it's a tremendous beginning for young people.
Your energy level is amazing, the way you can keep, the battery charged. You're going to scout the PIAA playoffs tonight to try and bring in more recruits. Talk a little bit about Grace and what attracted you to her. You recruited her very hard out of Lewisburg.
Yes, I did. What I really liked about Grace is how hard she played and how important it was to her. And that she played the point guard position and knew what she was doing there. So I was very happy when Grace chose us, because Grace is truly, like many of the young ladies we're able to recruit, that the sport's important, her education's important, and it's really a blessing to hear those kind words come from her mouth, but also the fact that she's going to end up in law school, which is really where she's aiming to go from day one.
Pretty nice recruiting tool for you too, when you bring students onto campus and they can hear those kind of comments.
Absolutely.
Doesn't hurt, right?
Absolutely.
Abby, Compare basketball in Ireland and being part of that national team and playing here at DeSales in America.
Both European style, we like to run. Coach Richter also likes to do that. Team defense, like we don't really rely on 1v1, like it's a team, which also is DeSales' #1 asset. Defense leads the offense, which is exactly what we did this year, I think. We held teams to low numbers. That's what we do in Ireland. So, yeah, it was an easy transition.
Fit right into your style of play then.
It did, yeah.
I saw Scott Koval, the men's head coach and your athletic director. He did ask you if you had any brothers, but you weren't able to find any 6'10" in the house to come over with you. Huh?
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah. We're going to talk more about DeSales University basketball in another incredible year, 27-2. Fig for a Kiss, getting you all warmed up for St. Patrick's Day. Abigail, we were talking in the break. We make a bigger deal out of St. Patrick's Day than you guys do back in Ireland, huh?
Yeah, your parades are at a higher level than ours are, yes.
And you've never had corned beef?
Never. Hopefully I'll try it this weekend.
You're going to try it this weekend. What did you mentioned you were a little homesick. What do you miss most about home, and are you anxious to get back there?
I wouldn't say I'm anxious to get back. Like, I think this semester has went very quick, and that's made me very nervous because I'll be very sad to say goodbye. But yes, I was homesick before Christmas, I would say, probably. Just missing friends and family, really.
List you as a junior. There would have to be some different circumstances. Are you considering maybe coming back?
It's definitely on the cards, yeah. Like, the team, it would be so hard to say not to come back if I got the opportunity. But yeah, definitely on the cards.
Coach Richter, you got a spot for on your roster?
Absolutely.
Next year?
Not going to be coy. We have a spot.
Yeah. So, Coach mentioned over 3 decades for you. You really found a home at DeSales University. How do you keep your batteries charged, your emotional level high to be able to compete at the highest level of your sport for over 3 decades?
I think it's the young ladies that I coach and the families that I meet. Basketball has been my life, and this took it to a level that I was very comfortable because I could get the players that would play the style, that could play the style that I prefer. And what I found out is that these young ladies worked harder than any of the few guys teams that I coached, and they really wanted to learn.
Yeah.
And our style is somewhat different than the high school style because there's a lot of walk the ball up going on, and it's more fun to watch. It's more fun to be part of. And as Grace said, working hard in practice to make this style work for us is a challenge, but there's a feel good to it.
Potentially, if Abby finds a way to make her way back to Center Valley, you could have just about everybody back except for Grace.
Grace and her roommate point guard buddy, Maria Newsom. So we have to fill that position. But we do have a very strong group coming back, absolutely.
Grace, Coach Richter, outside of DeSales University, how big of influence has he been on your last 4 years and even making the decision to come to DeSales?
I think definitely coming in, the recruiting process, he was very great and really sold exactly what we do here in terms of working hard, a fast-paced game that I really love and enjoy, but also off the court. I mean, Coach Richter has helped me so much in terms of law school grades, recommendations, and he's always been there for me and all of the other girls. And he really means it when he says, like, we put academics first and put you as a person first, and that's meant the world to me.
It's really the total package. So if he does have a recruit coming in and you sit down and talk with someone coming into DeSales, what would you tell them to expect in your experience over the next 4 years? I
would definitely say expect to first work really hard. It doesn't come overnight, the defense and our style of play, but every day in practice, working hard and working towards a goal. Just expect to just have a lot of fun playing really enjoyable basketball, and then academics. DeSales is a great school, and there's a lot of opportunities, and I would recommend it to anyone.
Your life's going to change significantly right now. What are you going to miss most about being a DeSales? I mean, you're always going to be a Bulldog. You're a Bulldog for life. But what are you going to miss about putting that uniform on and being part of the program?
I mean, I'm just going to miss the girls. I'm going to miss the coaching staff, of course. But just being able to, go to practice every day, go home, eat dinner
And
together.
practices are not easy under this guy, right?
They're not easy, but they're very competitive and fun, and I'm just going to miss being around these great people every day. But I know we'll always keep in touch. So.
Pretty awesome stuff. Abigail, coming in, what did you expect out of this experience coming to the United States?
Well, I really didn't know what to expect. I know a couple of my friends, so they've got scholarships for 4 years for the college, and one's in Houston right now. But I knew that I was going to get better. I knew that I was going to learn a different style of basketball, and I think I definitely did that.
Yeah, what's your major?
So back home, I would do sport and exercise science, so PT here. But on my scholarship, it's business. So I'm doing business administration right now.
And what year are you actually, when you return now to Ireland, you will be going into your senior year? Does it correlate with what you have here at DeSales?
No, so like I'll be going in my final year of my major back home, which is sport and exercise science.
So how are you going to sell mom and dad on coming back to DeSales?
I don't know. They're keen on me to stay. I'm not gonna lie, because
They do want you to. They want you to have another year.
Yeah, because they think that like when I'm in my college years, you don't get these again. You're young once, and to try find new experiences. Yeah.
Been a great asset to the area, Coach Richter. Hopefully she returns for another year for you.
It would be a blessing, just as it was when she showed up the first time.
I would say that it would. I want to thank you guys for taking the time. Abigail Rafferty, Grace Kelleher, and Fred Richter, DeSales University basketball, kicking forward. They'll try and add to a 5-year run as the MAC champions, and I know that next step in the NCAA tournament will be high on the list for next year as well, too.
Absolutely.
Thanks for taking the time.